I woke to the scent of swamp rot and gasoline. The van bucked slightly on a dirt road. My wrists burned, zip ties, tight, sloppy, amateurs. She was humming, my wife, soft, tuneless, like she used to when folding our son's laundry. But this wasn't our driveway, and she wasn't alone. Up front, the deputy gripped the wheel, lazy and arrogant. I recognized him. Badge number 2173. I memorized it 6 months ago when he pulled us over and smiled at her too long. "We're taking him out to the swamp," he said, casual as a cigarette. "Gators gotta eat." They thought I was unconscious, but they forgot who I am. 15 years in military intelligence, 5 in survival, 3 in interrogation. I shifted my weight, quiet, calculated. The plastic bit into skin, but I twisted, angled, until I felt the give, then the snap. They didn't hear. She laughed at something he said. I didn't catch it. I wasn't listening anymore. I was planning. It started with a phone call, a wrong number at 2:12 a.m. She said it was spam. I heard her voice crack. I let it go. For the moment. Then there were the little absences. Grocery runs that took too long. Locked phone screens. Shifts swapped last minute. The same deputy who came to our barbecue last summer. The one who offered her his jacket when the wind kicked up. The one who knew too much about our sleeping habits. Denial is a clever thing. It wears your voice, your face. It tells you not to make a scene. So I didn't. I watched. I counted the calls. I took photos of tire tracks that weren't mine. I didn't confront. I compiled. And when she told me she loved me last Tuesday, I smiled, set it back, and sent the hairbrush from her glove compartment for DNA analysis. There's a silence in betrayal, not the loud kind, not screaming or shattering plates. No, it's the sound of a door clicking shut an hour too early. The flutter in her pulse when I kiss her cheek. The shift in tone when she says babe, but forgets where we met. I stopped sleeping, started logging. There was a motel receipt crumpled in her jacket, time-stamped 3:47 p.m. She said she was at Target. The deputy's cruiser was parked behind the laundromat at 4. I drove past, didn't stop, just noted. I bought a burner phone, left it in her car, recording. He called her Sunflower. She called him Love. She laughed like she used to, not with me. And when I picked our son up from school that Friday, I realized something. They had a plan. I wasn't supposed to know, wasn't supposed to see, but I did. The DNA test came in a plain envelope. No logo, no drama. Just numbers, just blood. My son wasn't mine. I stared at it for 13 minutes. Felt nothing. Not anger, not grief. Just release. I placed the envelope on her nightstand, said nothing. She found it the next morning. Her silence was long, cold. She came to me hours later, voice small. "You went behind my back?" I said nothing, just looked at her. Her face broke. Not from guilt, from exposure. That's when she knew. I wasn't her husband anymore. I was her reckoning. The plan was theirs. Drive me out, dump me. They even thought it was poetic. Gators, swamp, no trace. But they didn't check the van before leaving. Didn't notice the GPS tracker I planted 3 days ago. Didn't see the camera under the dash. Didn't disable the mic. Everything they said, every word, was transmitted, straight to a secure server, labeled, time-stamped. I waited until we hit the edge of the water, until he stepped out to drag my body, until she leaned over, smirking, to make sure I was still out. I opened my eyes, unbound, alive. Her scream was small, pathetic. He turned. Too late. I stepped out slowly, held up my phone, pressed play. We'll say he never came home. No one will check here. He had enemies. Their voices, Clear, undeniable. Then I tossed the phone into the swamp, just for show. The real files were already sent. To his department, to his wife, to the media. I looked him in the eye. Gators gotta eat, huh? I didn't kill them, didn't need to. Truth eats better than any beast. By sunrise, he was suspended. She was exposed. Our marriage dissolved in a courthouse hallway. No words, no custody fight. Just paper and silence. I took nothing from her, left the house, started over. People say vengeance is about justice. They're wrong. It's about clarity. Knowing who someone is, knowing who you are, and choosing to walk away before the swamp swallows you too.